Hello, here is Kramer's Corner with an extra version of the daily technical update. I have been notified that the update I did this morning, there was a glitch, and I could see that in the glitch in the video, so you couldn't really see the charts after 35 seconds. I do apologize about that, but let me just shoot again, and we can do an update right here after market open in the US. You can see we opened lower today, and we could actually then. It's not the best one. I mean, ideally, the doji yesterday should actually have been above the bullish market there. But if we get a negative market today, then I think we'll see a correction unfolding, top and reversal pattern, and a correction unfolding in the S&P 500. We have the Nasdaq 100 also opening lower this afternoon or morning in the US, as it is actually. So we could see a correction unfolding, but again, it has not been been confirmed just yet. I will see if we see a close below the 17,800 level, then we could see a move down to around 17,500, possibly a little bit lower. In the European market, we have a fairly quiet day testing the lower rising trend line here. There's still a little bit of divergence on the RSI, but it could also see a correction. Again, look out for closing of the gap. 4,812 is the key support, and of course, if it closes the gap below 47.75, that is what you should look out for. The DAX index still holding on in an uptrend. Could see a correction down, of course, here the next couple of days. If it kicks in the US, they usually follows, but we are still in an uptrend. But I'll keep a close eye on it. The AX Amsterdam index reached the 786 correction. This little move here, so we are forming maybe, I don't know, a little bit of a shoulder pattern or a triple top, double top. Let's see how it unfolds here the next couple of days. There's massive divergence on the RSI, indicating we are likely to see a correction anytime soon. The CAC 40 trading sideways. Also, we have a gap here that could be tested. 78.75 is the first support, but the key is 78.12. Finally, SMI struggling to move up to the strong resistance at 11,600. On the FX front, we have the euro dollar. See, here we are trading sideways, still being rejected a little bit around the 38.2 retracement at 108.65. Really struggling there, but we can see it's being kind of squeezed in between the 55 moving average and the 100 and 200 moving average at the 21 here. I would say below 107.95, then we could see a move down to 107. Strong resistance at 109. Cable. Once again today, testing 127. Let's see. I mean, eventually it got to give, doesn't it? We have the 100 coming up, we have the 200 coming up, and fairly soon the 100 will move above the 200, and it's both rising. I think we will see a move towards 127.75 and 128.25 in the coming week or so. Dollar yen trading sideways, stuck between 150.90 and 149.20. Sorry. That is the key trading range at the moment that you need to look out for. Need to break out for move in either direction. We have the euro yen trying to move higher, but it's struggling a little bit here, just around the 163.5 level, 163.5 level. Could also be stock range bound between 164 and 161 and a half around that level. But we are in a bullish trend and there's no divergence, so we should see higher levels. On the other hand, Aussie yen under pressure, and it's most likely due to the Aussie dollar that we're going to look at in a minute. Selling off again, we could see a move down to the 618 retracement at 96.86. I would actually expect that, especially keep an eye on the RSI at the 40 threshold. If it does break below, well, then it could be a trend change in on the broader picture. Dollar Canada Could still test the 136.25 as the 618 retracement of the entire downtrend there, but it's forming in this rising wedge. So if we do get a breakout to the downside below the lower rising trend line, we could see a move down to around 134.5, possibly lower, but there will be some strong support in this region here. I will actually add a little bit of a horizontal line to that. We have the 55 moving average coming up here, so around that level there should be some nice support. Aussie dollar, as we talked about, hovering around 65.20s. Moving a little bit back today here, but we are in a downtrend, but it's like it can't really follow through with potential down to 64. I think we could be stuck here for a few days. We have the 55 coming down and the 200 a little bit there, but then 100 is not really convincing. But we do have a negative sentiment. On the dollar index, we also caught range bound here, so really directionless, but the RSI is showing positive sentiment, so we should see a move higher in the dollar index. But let's see. Again, it is a little bit like the euro dollar, very can't make it up its mind. Gold has broken higher and continued today. It has actually made an all. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. But there is a trading floor here. So we are making a new all-time high, very close to the 2,150, but there could be further upside potential for the gold. 2,200 in the coming days or weeks is not unlikely, as you can see here. There's no divergence on the RSI showing positive sentiment, so gold looks very strong at the moment. Silver also following up on this. Silver following up, trading above the cloud, took out 23.5. It is in an uptrend, higher high, higher low, and now higher high, supported by the positive RSI. We should see a move towards the 25.5, 26 level. On the copper, not really much, just hovering around 385. So let's move on to the WTI contract, futures contract here on WTI crude oil, actually closed just a few cents above the key strong resistance at 79.77, then back below, and we could still be caught range bound. But I mean, we are in an uptrend, we are in a positive sentiment mode, but it's really lacking momentum. But there is potential up to 82.5, possibly a little bit higher. Brent crude oil, still below its 84.75 key resistance that should be observed, could test the 80.72 support right there. And finally, on the US 10-year yield, a little bit under pressure. Below 420, there's some support at 411. We have the 200 moving average coming up, giving some support. We also have the 55 coming up, giving some support. So we could be locked in between these moving averages and the 100 coming down there, with a little short term, at least, with a little pressure to the downside. We are still in a positive sentiment, but it is a little bit under pressure. So let's see what will happen here. So wait and see mode there. All right, this is a new version here. I do apologize about the technical glitch that was on the video recorder, but I hope you will follow me again also tomorrow. Have a nice evening and happy trading.